Hello, my name is Rachel, and I spend way too much time online. So today what I have for you is a rather small Temu haul. I only purchased 4 items, but 2 of those items are because I can't stay offline. And I kept seeing all the talk and all the controversies and all the funny stuff about Stanley Cups. And I'm like, why are people so into Stanley Cups? So when I researched why people were into Stanley Cups, it's because it's a big cup that holds a lot of liquid and keeps it really cold or really hot for a long period of time. I was like, well, maybe I can find a duplicate of those cups. And I found 2. Well, there's thousands. There's millions of similar that type of cup on Temu. But I found 2 that were in the $6 range because they normally run anywhere from $10 to $20. But I did find 2 in the $6 range. I'd actually seen one at Five Below for, of course, $5 because Five Below, but the inside was plastic, and it said on it, I think it's steel that they use, but only the body. The inside was still plastic, and like the thing with I think the Stanleys is that the inside should be metal, right? So we'll find out if these are like the Five Below ones and are plastic on the inside because they're so cheap. That's a possibility, or if they're metal, like an actual Stanley Cup. But anyway, before we get into that, I do have this tiny package here, and this I won. I won these 2 items on Farmland. You guys I'm sure I've already begged you all to join me on either Farmland or Fishland, and there will be links down in the description box below if you want to join me on Farmland or Fishland. I did win one small item on Fishland, which is just this little skull glass drawer thingy, and it was from a Fishland side quest. I'm running out of time on Fishland. I'm not sure I'm going to complete Fishland. And initially I thought Fishland was going to complete before Farmland. But no, Farmland completed first. But I only have like 25 days left on Fishland. Hopefully I can get it done in that time, but it's not looking good. I think I figured out the math, and I have to do like over 1,000 more feedings to get it, because it's like 10 times 10 is 100. Oh no, maybe not that much left. Maybe only 500 more feedings, but still, it's a lot. It's a lot. And with Farmland, I'd actually meant to change, because one time you can change the items that you're playing to win, because my initial item went out of stock and I just randomly picked something, and then I was going to change it, but I won. And then it just took care of everything, didn't give me a chance to change it. So I got what I got. Let me show you what those things are. So first up, it's just this bag of crystal points. They're like, just different gemstone, but pendulum shaped. That's the word I was looking for, pendulum. So I could put chains on these, and like not even necklace chains, but just like regular chains, and you can use them as pendulums. But I think it's, how many did I get here? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There are 10 of them. They're mixed stone. It looks like there's a lot of that, like, is that like a granite or something with the white running through it, or it's like a white turquoise, which is a thing. But yeah, so they're supposed to be genuine gemstone, and this was actually the thing I was going to change, because the thing I initially had was a labradorite thing that I wanted, and I was going to change these, but I just didn't do it in time, so I have those now. And then the other item, they double wrapped. Look at that. Double wrapped, and then another baggie, and then another baggie. But this is a skull embossed, like, you can use it as, like, I think this part is just decorative. This chain is just decorative, but it's a, what's that called? Fanny pack. It's supposed to be a fanny pack. And in here is our strap, waist strap. But you can also wear it like crossbody, sort of, like this, but yeah, I got it because it has the skull embossing, and you guys know my favorite little purse is that Betsy Johnson with the skull embossing, which I've been using nonstop for, like, I don't even know how long at this point, a couple years, and it is beginning to fall apart. And for Christmas, Bryant had found me the matching Weekender, the big, duffel Weekender bag. So I was like, Well, if my purse is dying, at least I can have this random matching. I can get the zipper to zip. There we go. It's got a little pocket inside. But yeah, it's like I can at least get this fanny pack to match. And there are times when you're like, gee, I wish I had a fanny pack, like going to an amusement park. It would have made my life so much easier because I have another fanny pack I'd also gotten from Temu, and now I have this one. This one's awesome, though. Look how cool this one is, the skull and everything. But anyway, where I was like, gee, if only I had a fanny pack, this whole trip would be so much easier because I wouldn't have to worry about my purse. Because it's easier to get onto rides with the fanny pack, you know, because it's not as bulky and stuff. But anyway, so those were the two things. Those were the two things that I won on Farmland. I am playing Farmland again, another round of Farmland. Hopefully, hopefully I can finish Fishland out before my time is up. But anyway, those links will be down in the description box. Join me on Farmland and Fishland. Now for the actual haul, I'm going to do the two knot cup things first. So I did get a pair of fishnet tights. These are the ones that one leg I believe is just like a plain fishnet, and then the other leg has like the card symbols on it, the hearts and diamonds and spades. So I thought those were really cute. You guys know I love my, like, you know, multi-patterned, is irregular the right word, but, you know, not matching type fishnets where there's different patterns on the leg or each leg is different. I just really like those. But yeah, so I got those. And then the other item, this is so cute, guys. This is so you can see we've got a little coffin, and then we have a little post, and he just screws right in here. This does have a definite paint smell. It's like fresh paint. And then once you get that on nice and tight, you put your roll of paper towels on it. And then boom. So I've got a roll of paper towels right here. And this was only like, I want to say $9. I, of course, will put the screenshots up of the actual item. And there will be associate links I may earn. There's always associate links in my description box that I may earn from. But yeah, how cute is this? It's a coffin, and then you got the little bat on top. Hold your paper towels. Yeah, I got this for, you know, when I eventually move. It's going to happen. It's going to happen soon. We're looking at this point, I think, I'm going to wait until after the Gothic Cruise. The Gothic Cruise is the first week of March, so it'll be March. I'm going to move in March after the Gothic Cruise. It's just my you know, cat sitters here, and I don't want my cats to have to go through like a bunch of upheaval and then have to be alone for a week. I prefer they spent that week alone here, where they know what they're familiar with. And hopefully my cat sitter will be free and will be able to come set something else they're familiar with before I just completely uproot their lives. But yeah, I just thought this was so cute, and this is going to be for my craft room because we have renovated the garage, his garage, which is going to become my little craft studio recording place thing. All right, now let's get into these cups. Even though they're both supposed to be 40-ounce cups, they looked exactly the same in their photos. The boxes are a little different. The brown box is a little bit bigger. So let's see how these are packaged. I'm going to start with that brown box. Okay, so open it up, and there is a piece of foam on top. And then there's the straw. There's something that doesn't sound good. I don't think my cup should be making that noise. Let's see what's up with that. So it does have a double layer of bubble wrap, and it is a rose pink color, and it's a matte. It feels nice and matte. It has the lid that, let's see here, it's a bit loose, but it's got like the straw and then the close, and it does screw on. The lid does screw on. Oh, that's what happened. I don't know if you can see, it's missing a peg, and there's a peg in here. Oh no, how does that even happen? I have no idea, but maybe that's why this spins so loose, because I feel like this shouldn't spin so loose because you barely get a seal because it just moves. But anyway, they had excellent customer service, and the couple of times I've had damaged items, they've refunded them for me. They have free returns. So I'll just contact customer service about that, but it won't stop me from being able to use it. It might affect our test because we are going to do a test where I fill them both up with ice water, leave them here over like night, and then we'll come back tomorrow and see if they've actually kept the ice in them, because that's like the big thing. Oh my God, they'll keep ice in my drink for 24 hours. We're going to find out if that's true. Now it does screw on, which is good. It's one of the videos that I watched that was comparing like all the different types of cups that look like this. Some of them, the lids just pop on, and of course that's not going to be as secure. There's a possibility if you knocked it over, the lid could just pop off. You're still going to probably get, well, with this one you would definitely still get leaking if it knocked over, because there's not a tight seal at all. But it would probably, here's the straw. Straw goes in there. But it would probably not leak a lot. It would probably be like my normal sippy cup. I had bought these sparkly sippy cups, a 4-pack off of Amazon. I keep knocking them on the floor, and they separate. Like the shiny, sparkly outside separates from the inner tumbler when you knock them on the floor too many times. And I've had to throw 2 away because I just couldn't re-glue them anymore either, because I was trying to just fix them with glue. So out of the 4-pack, I only have 2 left, and one of them has been glued. The other one hasn't had any damage at all yet. You know, knock on wood. But anyway, so yeah, so there's the first one. I mean, other than that, it is a pretty nice cup. The handle is just plastic and it's screwed in. The outside is metal. Oh, I didn't even pay attention to the inside. Oh, yeah, no, and the inside is also metal. So, yep. So also metal, and I'll put that as, and then here's our second one. Oh, good. There's a straw. And this one did not have any foam. And it only had a single layer of bubble wrap. The other one was double bubble wrapped, which makes I don't know how that happened. But anyway, moving on. So this one wasn't necessarily packed as well, but there's no jingling going on, so that's a good sign. Ooh, oof. And the lid is tight, which I'm assuming it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be tight, so that when you have it closed over the hole, you know, you're going to have less. If it does fall over, you're going to have less leakage than, you know. But when you have it open for the straw, you're still going to get a little bit of leakage around that straw. I feel like the straw isn't as long. Weird. Because the cups, you can't even see that. The cups are exactly the same height, but the pink one's straw is longer than the black one. So there's another little difference between these two. The black one also has a plastic handle that is screwed in. The black handle seems a little nicer, but I'm guessing it's just because it's black. I'm sure they're the exact same plastic that just somehow manages to look better in black. I don't even know if you can even tell just looking here. It looks like it might be a little narrower too, not as thick as the pink one, but it just has a like appearance to it that matches the cup better, where this one, the pink, is just like really smooth, so it sort of doesn't quite match the texture of the cup. I don't know if that makes any sense, and that's also not important, but just pointing it out. All right, now this one also is a screw lid, yes, this one is also a screw lid. This one, you can definitely see the seal on it. Did this other one have a seal? I'm sure it does, but okay, this one does also have a seal. It's gray, and it just wasn't as, I guess, noticeable as the black. Oh, this one is also metal, and it says SUS 304 in the bottom. I'm wondering if that's like a stainless steel marking or something. I don't know. The other one didn't have that, did it? No, there's nothing written on the bottom of the other one. All right, so yeah. Oh, this is interesting. This one, I don't know if you can see there, but this one has a seam down it. This one did not, did it? Nope, this one does not have any sort of seaming. Again, I don't know if that makes a difference, but this one does have that seam going right down on the outside level there. And there you can also see the SUS bit in there. But yeah. But they both feel roughly the same. Like, you know, as far as just feel goes, they feel about the same. This one might feel a touch heavier. But yeah, like when they're sitting next to each other, they're the exact same height. They look like the exact same dimensions. They're both 40 ounce, so they should be the same height and dimensions. So, but yeah. All right, so those are our 2 mugs. I'm going to go fill these up with ice water, and then I'm going to see you guys tomorrow, and we are going to see if the ice is still in them. Okay, guys, I lied. It's still the same day. Just a couple other things before I go fill up these cups and we leave them here overnight. Just wanted to show there was a difference on the bottom as well. This one actually shows the little, metal silver, so you can actually see the metal on the bottom of this one. This one is just the pink. I don't know, again, don't know if that means anything. Both of them will take the full 40 ounces of water, because I just went and washed them, and then tested to see if they would actually take a full 40 ounces, and they both will with enough room to screw the lid on. Well, I felt like this one had maybe a touch more room, but also since I transferred from cup to cup, maybe I'd lost a little water somewhere in there as well. But anyway, and just on appearance, I like the black one better. I do. Like the metal band around the top of the pink one just doesn't seem as nice as the black one. So yeah. And I hope I can find these exact same listings to put down below, because sometimes it can be hard to find a listing on the what's that called, the associate page. They don't have, like, not everything is available on the associate page for associate orders, but I did pay for these myself, which is why it's going to be hard for me to necessarily find them, because I can't just pull up the associate order. I have to transfer, I have to try and find my order. You know what I'm trying to say. I need to shut up. Okay, I'm going to go fill these with ice. And we're going to see how they last, or how well they hold cold. But yeah, just on appearance sake, and not because of the color either, I just like the handle better. I like the metal on the rim better. I like that it has the little metal thing at the bottom. The insides, I gotta look up what that number means. But that one's just plain and kind of domed. So yeah, just on appearance sake, I do like the black one better so far. But they just have so many. It's like I'm not even sure. Just read reviews, because otherwise I'm not even sure how to tell them apart. But there are subtle differences. They're not all coming from the same manufacturer. All right, now I'll see you guys tomorrow for the ice test. It's the next day. It's 10 a.m. I filled these mugs up 3/4 of the way with ice, and then the rest with water at 3 p.m. yesterday. So that means it's been, 17 hours? 19 hours? Math? 19 hours? So yeah, we haven't been a full 24 hours. It's been 19 hours. And both of these still have a ton of ice left in them. Oh, wow. So yeah, they work great. Look at all of that ice that's still in there. And even this one with the lid that doesn't really seal properly because it's broken, even that one still has a ton of ice in there. So yeah, if the whole reason that you would want a cup like this is because it'll keep your cold drink cold for a long time, and I assume it would do the same with a hot drink, this is a perfectly reasonable option without paying $50. Because like I said, I found both of these for only $6 a piece, roughly. So yeah, I think these are a great substitute if you're actually after the function and not the, I guess, status. So if you're actually after the function of one of these types of cups, these $6 mugs do an excellent job. And I will say, right before I went to bed last night, I always fill up my sippy cup, one of those sparkly ones from Amazon, and the ice is always melted by morning. Oh, and temperature in the house. It was 70 degrees yesterday, and it's currently 69 degrees in the house. So that's also where the temperature's at for it. So it wasn't super cold in here like it has been lately, because I keep my heat at 60. But it was actually really warm out yesterday, which raised, of course, the whole temperature. But yeah, so I give both of these cups a thumbs up. I do still like the look of the black one better. I like how the metal here is brushed. I guess that one's kind of brushed too. It just looks nicer for some reason. I don't know. I just like the overall look of the black one better, but both of them are perfectly functional. I'm going to be using both of them. And I did contact customer service about my broken lid, and I sent them a picture of the damage, and they gave me a store credit. Well, I had an option. I could either get a refund to the original charge card, or I could get a store credit. And I know I'm going to be placing a new order, so I just had them give me a store credit because you get it like instantly. And they told me not to return the item. So I get to keep this item. I can probably buy a replacement lid. I feel like they do sell these lids separately. So like the day after I finished filming that Temu haul that included these 2 cups, I started seeing videos about how Stanley cups have lead in them. And apparently what happens is the solder they use for the bottom plug for vacuum cups, it often contains lead. And that's resulted in Stanley cups testing positive for lead. So I'm like, what about these random cups from a random Chinese website? Are these safe? So I bought this lead test kit off of Amazon. We're going to find out, because I'm not going to use them, use these cups until I'm, have at least a little security on that part. I'm pretty sure our plastic wouldn't have any lead. So we're just going to put the lids to the side here. So what I want to do on both of these cups, I want to test inside the cup, outside the cup, because the outsides are also metal, and I guess the plugs on the cups. Although this one has the more Stanley-like plug, and this one doesn't. But that doesn't necessarily mean anything. Oh, and I did research, and that SUS 304 in there, it does mean like a food-grade stainless steel. Alright, so I got this test kit on Amazon. Now, to be fair, these test kits, because they sell a ton of them on Amazon, are primarily to find lead in paint. So they're not 100% accurate. So keep that in mind as well. But I have seen people using these little things. I have seen people using these for things like jewelry and cups. So this is what we're going to give a try to. It's fairly straightforward. You do not touch the swab. And then there's this one comes with a solution. Some of them you dip in vinegar, but this one has a solution that I can't get out. Hold on. Its own separate solution. So, and let's see here. You need to store in a dark, dry place. Make sure you close the bottle. Oh, here's the instructions. So what we do is we take out one of these cotton swabs without touching the cotton part. We add 5 drops of this activator, and then we just wipe the object. And then, and here, here is your, I guess, test chart. You can focus here. So basically, if it turns pink or purple, lead is detected. But if it stays orange, I think it's like an orange color, then no lead. We're going to go for this, aren't we? I wish I had a control. I wish I had something that I knew contained lead, so I could try it and be like, oh yeah, these definitely work. Okay, so these swabs are their wooden sticks, and you can see they're all in here, and they start out that kind of yellowy color. So you put 5 drops of solution on it. Oops, I just took the dropper thingy completely off. I'm in top form today. Okay, so I'm just going to put 5 drops. Okay, now this one, I'm just going to sit aside and not touch anything with it. This will be our control. So this is what it just looks like. So let's set that aside for our control. I don't want to... Hopefully this little plastic thing I'm leaning it on does not have lead. And then I'm going to take another one. Do the same thing, 5 drops. I think my kit has 30 of these, so we have plenty to play with. Okay, got my 5 drops. So still just the yellow color. And I believe it said it takes 30 seconds. So let's start with the pink one on the inside. So I'm just going to swirl this around on the inside. Okay. And so far it's still just the the yellow color, but we'll set this aside because, like I said, it can take 30 seconds to develop. Although I'm not sure that there's like enough solution here to do 30 of these. But anyway, keep going. 1, 2, 4, and 5. Okay. And now this one, I'm going to swab the outside of the cup. And then one more. And this one will swab the bottom of the cup. I mean, because there kind of is still a plug there. Okay. So far none of them are changing color. So far the pink one looks like it might be good. And I think their solution might just be vinegar, like the other ones that don't come with a solution that say. So that's our final one on the pink cup. So far, none of these have changed color. Now we're going to do the black cup. Yeah, and this does just smell like vinegar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now we're going to swab the inside of the black cup. I don't think I got all the way down in the bottom with the other cup, but I'm getting down the bottom with this one. Okay. Okay. I'm going to do the outside of the cup. The final one. Is that plug on the bottom of the cup. Okay. And let all those cure. And I wish I had something that I knew had lead in it. I used to have a pack of jewelry charms that had a warning on them. Contains, you know, do not put in your mouth, contains like lead or something like that. I threw them away because, you know, they contained lead. they were in like a big, I had gotten like a lot of stuff. I forgot where from. It might have been Fire Mountain Gems. Sometimes they'll do these lots, but the packaging warned you about possible lead content. So I just tossed them away. But I wish I had those because then I could test for lead. Because so far, not a single one of these Q-tips is changing color, which is good because that's telling me if these can be trusted, there is no lead. But I really want something with lead to, you know, so I can have a control to see if they actually do work. Hold on. Actually, I have an old railroad spike. I bet there's lead in an old railroad spike, right? I'll be right back. So I Googled it and found out railroad spikes are carbon steel. So that wasn't going to help me. But then I remembered electronics are soldered with lead. So I had this old Amazon remote that I tore apart to get to this little, you know, what's that called? Words are escaping me. But anyway, so I did rub this down, and you can see there is the tiniest bit of purple. If we can get that to focus. There's the tiniest bit of purple there on the end, because this thing is so small, like the solders are super, super tiny. Circuit board, that's what I was looking for. So yeah, so it does work, because there's lead in the circuit board from the soldering. It's just a very small amount, because it's very tiny solders. But you can see that it actually does turn purple when it touches lead. So, yay, we do have a control. And it does work. We do know that it works. And these are my 3 from the pink cup. And all 3 are clean. And then these are my 3 from the black cup. The inside, the outside, and the bottom. And all 3 on these are also clean. So if they did use any lead, as like I said, I read with the Stanley Cup issue, they use a lead like solder seal on the inside on vacuum cups, but they say it's safe because it never touches the inside and it can't leach through the steel. So that's why they say it's safe for them to use the lead solder. I am kind of surprised, actually, that these really inexpensive TEMU cups that do a really good job of keeping ice in them for, like, what was that, 17 hours? I haven't used them since then because, like I said, I then saw that video about the lead and I was like, oh, I should probably check that. But they're clean. They seem to be clean. Again, though, I mean, this isn't 100%. Like I said, these test kits are primarily designed for testing lead paint on multiple surfaces. But as we saw, if there is, like, even this teeny tiny itty bitty bit amount of lead, it still does seem to react. So, I mean, like I said, so we can't go 100% off of this. I can't 100% guarantee that these are lead-free. But from this little test where we were actually able to prove that it does turn purple when it touches lead. So these sticks do work. We didn't find any lead. So I think that is awesome. But again, do your own research. Maybe even get your own testing kit. Maybe, I feel like all the testing kits were the same. They all were these Q-tips that were primarily for paint, but they would say in the listings that you could also use them for jewelry and glassware, because apparently a lot of older vintage glassware has lead paint on it, you know, like baking dishes and cups and stuff like that. So in the description, it did say that it could do all of that, and I will link this one down in the description box below. It will be an associate link. I'm an Amazon associate. If you use my Amazon links, I may earn some commission off of that. But if nothing else, it could get you to Amazon where you could read about these, and then you could see all the hundreds of other versions of this that they have, and see what you think and whether or not you think this is in any way reliable. But let me know what you thought about all of this. And back to the normal video from a week ago. But let me know what you thought about all of this down in the comments below. And thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy this, please give it a thumbs up. And if you didn't enjoy it, of course, you can give me a thumbs down. And please tell me all about it in the comments below. And please subscribe to the channel. And I hope everyone is just staying happy, healthy, and safe in this incredibly crazy world we're living in. And I will talk to you all soon. Bye-bye.